It's that time of year again where the leaves start dropping and the temperatures go low. Welcome, everyone, to Passing the Pigskin. I am your secondary host, Billy, aka VolBill99. Unfortunately, Tyler can't join us because he's busy with a bunch of other stuff, so I decided to recruit the man of degeneracy down there and the man that's leading this podcast network, Cobra. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing as well as I can, not gonna lie. I'm kind of getting ready for biscuits and penalties and dirt and turf, so pretty much I'm doing 3 shows tonight.
Yes, that's what. Yes, and unfortunately, we're not festive here because since it's Halloween night, I would have dressed up as Griffith from
Um,
Berserk.
excuse me, not festive. I am literally wearing a Carolina Hurricanes goalie cut jersey
I
here.
said I'm not festive, bruv.
Ah,
I'm not in costume because I only have like the pants and shirt. I didn't buy the wig and necklace.
well, you're not as emaciated as Griffith either, so
Eh,
a little bit of an anime reference for us.
yes. Even though my coworkers said that they would kick my ass if I dressed up as Griffith.
He did do nothing wrong.
I mean, yeah, exactly. He did do nothing wrong. Come on, people. Anyways, week 9 is in the books, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go over. We're going to go over like 4 big games that happened. Well, technically 5, if you want to count Tennessee. So number 5, I've 10. So number 17, Tennessee crushed Kentucky single-handedly, but by offensive measures. There's not defensively. The game ended 56-34.
Was Kentucky fielding a bunch of plumbers and Make-A-Wish kids, or did they just not show up? Because it is clear that Tennessee definitely dragged the nuts across the face, if you will.
Well, after their week 8, which we will not talk about out of respect for ourselves, else we decided to put the fear in God back in Kentucky.
The curse of the fear of God, Vanderbilt.
Absolutely not. Speaking of Vanderbilt,
Had to.
yeah. Speaking of Vanderbilt, the commies beat Mizzou 17-10. Mizzou dominated the stat line until their quarterback went down with an injury.
Yeah, this sounded like one of those back and forth types of matchups. Not a lot of offense here. I mean, definitely sounds like them inbred Vandy fucks.
Yeah, with famous New Mexican Johnny Manziel lookalike Diego Pavia.
There's a Johnny Manziel lookalike?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
God help us. And I'm not even religious.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we had the battle of the 2 Big 12 guys. Guys in Newt City. We have had Alex Yester and his Cougars, his hot, sexy Cougars, face off against Frank's and Sun Devils. And well, Frank, he's dead.
Yeah, Arizona State. Like, the mighty Sun Devils had such high hopes this season, and then they were dashed. And they were dashed like the bitches they were.
They were dashed. They went gone with the wind.
They turned into the Arizona Coyotes.
Oh yeah. Number 4, or Texas survived Mississippi State in Starkville, which that is Mississippi State's 3rd game where they lost it.
I mean, this is Mississippi State. You know who helped fund money for Mississippi State? Famous welfare fund inspector Brett Favre.
Well, here's the thing. Mississippi State had the lead until Texas decided to put 24 points on the board.
Mm. Yeah, that sounds like what happens when Mississippi girls go into Texas.
Oh, God. And finally, the big game that happened in Week 9. Texas A&M destroyed LSU in Death Valley. 49-25.
I believe this was the game that prompted LSU to go into a different direction and fire their head coach, isn't it?
Yep. The Burger King has been ousted. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah. Brian Kelly is such a fucking hack. Like,
I mean, the shoe was about to drop. I mean, Kelly's about as bad as Belichick in North Carolina, except at least Belichick has his thoughty of a girlfriend. You know,
I still
there's that.
don't know how the fuck he pulled that.
Easy. I've got 7 Super Bowl rings and actually hung out with the greatest player of all time.
And I also have money.
There you go. But
Brian Kelly was never a good coach. Look what he did in Notre Dame. Look what he did to Cincinnati. He doesn't even recruit. Come on, people.
No, and that's a job as a coach. You're supposed to at least get into the nitty gritty and actually do the recruiting.
Recruiting, guide these kids to the right path.
Yeah. I mean, say what you will about Joe Paterno. Joe Paterno at least got to do the nitty gritty and go out in the field and recruit.
Yeah. As well as brung out to his famous defensive coordinator.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that piece of shit. Let's stay positive here, Billy. No offense to Magic Johnson.
Anyways, we're going to go over 6 big games. Well, 6.5.
Yeah, the half one's pretty interesting considering that it actually involves my state.
All right, we'll say 7.5.
Okay, there you go.
The first game that we're going to talk about is, speaking of Penn State, they're going to die. Oh yeah, by the way, let me just basically give out this statement. We are not gambling experts at all.
We're kind of idiots. Please gamble responsibly.
Yeah, gamble responsibly. If you don't, the FBI is going to come knocking on your door if you're involved with the mafia as well.
And therefore, we have no involvement with your ass. AKA, we're not Chauncey Billups.
We're not Chauncey Billups nor Terry Rozier. Anyways, Penn State's going to be sent out to the Lion's Den. Ohio State is favored by 18.5.
And you know what? I'm actually going to say Penn State actually covers that spread, keeps Ohio State within 18.5.
Okay. I simply said this game is going to be closer, but Ohio State's going to win.
That's what I was saying. I was saying Ohio State wins, but Penn State actually covers the spread.
Yeah, and Delaware is Conference USA, right?
Yes. I was actually referring to Delaware State versus basically Deshaun Jackson and Michael Vick are facing off against each other.
Oh, so that's FCS.
Yes. Formerly the MEAC.
Oh, that happened yesterday. Delaware State won.
Ah, damn. Deshaun Jackson defeated famous responsible dog owner Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, next game. Him on ABC, which thank God YouTube TV decided to take that shit down.
Corpos.
Well, negotiations fell through.
Of course.
Vanderbilt takes on Texas. Texas favored by 3.5, and I believe Arch Manning is questionable.
Well, since Arch Manning is questionable, I am going Texas with a $. I am taking that action. 3.5 points. Yeah, they're not playing Arch Manning. Yeah, I'm going with Texas for the win. Again, we're kind of idiots, and college football is not my forte. I'm more of an NFL type of guy. So again,
I say Vanderbilt beats the spread.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, riding away from momentum.
Nice.
Our next game, speaking of ABC, the world's largest cocktail party. Georgia's favored by 7.5.
Georgia's favored by 7.5 over Florida.
Yep.
I'm taking Georgia and covering the spread. Florida looks like boiling ass and is run by boiling assholes. I'm taking Georgia.
Yeah, I'm also taking Georgia. So that's basically 1, 2, 3, 3.5 games, right?
Yeah, we're in 3.5. We already passed the game I wanted to cover, which was the Dell State game, which had already passed, so irrelevant.
Yeah. Number 4, Indiana. Second rank Indiana. Jeez.
How?
I don't know, man. Carcinetti, he's legit. They are taking on Maryland. Indiana's favored 21.5 points. I say Indiana wins this game. However, Maryland beats the spread.
That's what I was about to say. The spread is too large to even take that action. I would take Maryland. I would take Maryland to beat the spread, but again, Indiana wins.
Yeah. Number 4. Now we're going down to the Big 12. Texas Tech travels down to Manhattan, Kansas. Texas Tech is favored 7.5.
I'm going with an upset here. I'm going with the Jayhawks.
Kansas State.
Okay,
Wildcats.
Wildcats, yeah. Forgive me, I thought I didn't hear the state. But yeah, I'm going Kansas State. I'm going with the upset here.
Yeah. I'm going to disagree with you. I say Texas wins. Texas Tech wins this game.
Did you forget about me, motherfucker?
You're not involved.
Where's the Pittsburgh Panthers, you bastard?
Fine, 8.5. Whatever. You're playing Stanford 13.5.
And we're going to beat those Ivy League fuckwits and make them pay their fair share in goddamn taxes.
Just make sure you destroy the famous socialist memorial of Jim Jones.
We'll make sure to do that and then rubber it in ranch dressing and pimentos.
Yeah, you can buy tickets for $9.
I'll see you Saturday. I don't have enough beer for this bullshit, Billy. See you Saturday on the hard count. Seriously, who let the Inzer in here?
I don't know. He just basically busts in there like the Kool-Aid man.
Pretty much. I mean, it never fails. Yeah, Yinzer, whenever I'm here, all of a sudden he has to come to my house, knock on my door, annoyingly, loudly, be about 5 or 6 beers deep. Because they're Iron City beer, they're not really strong alcohol. He begs me for tickets to Steelers game because Steelers supposed to go to Super Bowl or something like that. It's hard to understand him sometimes.
I mean, it's like Joe Hendry at this point.
Just say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
You can make a horror movie out of Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Anyways, we're getting off topic. This number five. Actually, no. Technically, the answer came in, so we'll add another half to it, and make it a whole. So the next game is at 10:15. It's going to be Cincinnati versus Utah. Utah's favored by 10.5 points.
I'm taking the Utes. I'm taking Utah.
I'm going with Cincinnati on this one in an upset.
Really? This is your upset. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, now we get to the big game, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, we have an elite offense. We have hydrogen bomb versus hydrogen bomb. An elite offense versus an elite defense. On the other side of the book, we have coughing baby against coughing baby.
So we have the strongest sword and the strongest spear facing off against bad allegory here. What happens if you dip the baby in RFK Jr.'s anal squeezings?
I was about to say, what happens when you feed a baby to Nancy Pelosi?
Hey, either or. Either or. Both of them fucking suck.
Yeah. Tennessee versus Oklahoma.
What's the spread on this one?
Spread is 2.5 for Tennessee. And most of college pick'ems on ESPN says 78% says Tennessee, 22% says Oklahoma.
You know what? Middle fingers up, Billy. Boomer sooner. I am going with Oklahoma.
You fucking cunt.
I might be a rock star, but I'll never be a critic. I might like porno, but Baywatch is fucking sick.
Shut it.
I might have screwed your sister, but I'll never screw your mum.
Tennessee has like the best offense in the nation.
And yet we know what happens when they ran to Vanderbilt. They blew it. Oklahoma will upset Tennessee. Cause I might be a cunt.
I wish I could mute you.
But I'm not a fucking cunt.
Well, my prediction's obvious because Tennessee can actually play in these type of games if it goes into like a shootout. So I'm going with Tennessee on this one, especially in their dark unis.
They're in their All Blacks.
Yeah.
No offense to New Zealand.
Nor Vixen.
I was referencing the rugby team.
Yeah, but I was going with the other way around. And speaking of black, Memphis is up 7-0 against Rice.
Yeah, but that's Rice. You know, Rice is full of plumbers and Make-A-Wish kids anyway.
Just more or less Ivy League guys.
Another Ivy League school, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that's going to be doing it for us, ladies and gentlemen.
Before we go, I just want to remind you that Pass the Pigskin was brought to you by our friends at Fanatics. Obviously, Fanatics is your home for all the professional sports teams, like from the NFL, the MLB, NHL, and of course the NCAA. And of course, the World Series is going on. Gear up. Maybe you root for the Dodgers and you want to grab a famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani or a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. jersey from the Blue Jays. Excuse me. Or you want to drown your pain and misery and get yourself a Tennessee Titans jersey there, Billy. But maybe not. Maybe you just want to get yourself a glass branded with the Tennessee Volunteers. But if you do so, please use our link in the affiliate wherever you get your podcast. It is down below.
Yep. Also, we want to
Sure.
thank
All right.
We also want to thank our affiliates, Fubo TV,
Smack Sunflower Seeds, Raw Nutrition,
Duke
Sleeve
Cannon,
Stock, Duke Cannon, Sleeves.com, and of course, we haven't got the link yet there, so can't say SeatGeek yet, but yeah.
Anyways,
But
that's gonna. Go ahead, go, bro.
Yeah, I was saying we are getting more affiliates, so stay tuned for that.
Hopefully, yes, and hopefully, if we get big, we will get them as a sponsor. But that is gonna do it for us. I'm Volbill99 alongside with our guest Cobra. Hut hut. Hi.